14 huge home and away spoilers for next week. What's next in Summer Bay? Coming up on Home and Away, Harper and Tane receive worrying news about the health of their unborn baby. Elsewhere, Abigail and Nerida decide to lodge a formal complaint against Tim, and Remi saves the day for Alf's bait shop. Here's a full collection of 14 massive moments. You can also check out our collection of 27 spoiler pictures from these episodes. 1. Eden is torn between Cash and Tim. Eden is reeling in the aftermath of Cash and Tim's run-in and admits to Kirby that she doesn't know which one of them to believe. At the police station, Tim chooses not to make a statement about Cash's behavior towards him. But Rose is determined not to let her colleague off the hook. 2. Cash puts the pressure on Abigail. Next, Cash tries to get the lowdown on Tim from Abigail, but she reminds him that he pushed Eden into the arms of another man. Cash urges Abigail to report Tim to the police and fills her in about the counselor's alleged romance with former client Nerida. He even offers to introduce Abigail to this woman, but she's not convinced. 3. Abigail agrees to help Cash. Eden is won over when Tim reaffirms his feelings for her and swears that all the stuff about him and Nerida is lies. She goes to see Abigail, but the sisters end up in another furious quarrel. Feeling annoyed with Eden, Abigail goes back to Cash and tells him she'll meet with Nerida after all. 4. Abigail and Nerida join forces. She reveals how he took advantage of her then ended their fling, causing her to relapse. Cash reminds Nerida and Abigail of the journals they were assigned and how they can use them as evidence. The ladies decide to go ahead with lodging a formal complaint against Tim. But Eden is onto them when she spies Abigail leaving Cash's place. 5. Levi gets a peep show from Mac. Levi confides in Molly that he's trying to surprise Mac for their anniversary. Molly gives Mac the heads up, and she decides to give Levi a saucy surprise of his own. Mac turns up at the hospital wearing a long coat and opens it to reveal her sexy lingerie underneath. 6. Kirby gets a nasty shock. Molly is horrified to find she's been photoshopped to appear thinner, with lighter skin. Molly, whose picture hasn't been altered, contacts the agency who agree to reissue the posters with the original shots. It's a devastating experience for Kirby and leaves her feeling embarrassed and insecure. 7. Lyric's practice session is a flop. Lyric's first band practice in forever is interrupted when Rose arrives at Remi's backyard to inform them of a noise complaint. The band move inside, but it's not long before Rose is knocking on the door again. Remi attempts to appease her, but Rose won't budge and Lyric are forced to pack up for the night. 8. Rue disagrees with Alf. Rue fears he's being too hasty. She gathers Marilyn, Justin and Leah to try and help put the brakes on. But Alf loses his patience and insists there's no point dwelling on the past. His loved ones are sympathetic and acknowledge Alf has lost another big part of his life. 9. Remi comes to Alf's rescue. Remi offers Rue the $35 it would cost to fix the bait shop. She turns him down, feeling it would be wrong because of Remi's connection with Bree. But when Remi points out it would be unfair for Alf to miss out on the help, Rue decides to accept after all. 10. Alf's friends are at odds. Leah, Justin, Marilyn and John work together to tackle the build. Things are a lot more chaotic than expected as personalities clash and tempers start to flare. As the mayhem unfolds, Alf watches on with a smile, grateful for his friends' help and support. 11. Harper opens up to Tane. She attempts to bring it up with Tane, but it leads to an awkward silence. Realizing Tane knows very little about her, Harper takes him out to lunch and shares stories from her past. It's a breakthrough moment for the couple, bringing them closer together. 12. Dana feels rejected. Dana is gutted when Xander cancels her visit to Melbourne and fears their relationship is doomed. Harper tries to lift her sister's spirits by inviting Dana along to her ultrasound. Everything is going well until the sonographer spots something that concerns her. She calls in a doctor for a second opinion. 13. Harper receives scary news. Harper's heart sinks as the doctor reveals they have concerns about her baby boy's lung lining. Dana listens into the doctor's call and realizes the issue is a lot more serious than they first thought and a specialist needs to be assigned. 14. Levi supports Harper and Tane. Levi is annoyed to have his date cut short, but then discovers Harper is the patient in need. A short while later, worried Tane arrives at the hospital. Levi sits him and Harper down and informs the couple there's something wrong with their baby that needs to be investigated urgently. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.